wanting to become an expert at something, wanting to overcome a hurdle, wanting to better yourself. Another thing that you can do, and this is what helped me, right? Have time to, I always had the time, but it was my life force energy was going into other areas. Stop looking at everybody's stories. What up? Stop looking at everybody's stories. I love my family. I love my friends, old coworkers from the past, old high school homies that I haven't talked to in years, but we still follow each other, and it's nice to see their families grow. People, you know, from any industry, right? Like old little gigs you had, maybe you met someone in passing that, like, so you maybe however many, let's just say you follow 100 people that you actually have engaged with, like on a, like past just like a simple hello, right? Acquaintances all the way to your very immediate family. If you're looking at all of their stories all the time, there's 15 seconds there, another 15 seconds there. So 15 seconds, right? For 100 of those people all throughout the day. And you do the calculation. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with the calculations, but it's probably somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes. And yeah, granted, it's pieces throughout the day, but that's 30 minutes. So instead of making sure to keep up with, oh, so-and-so just posted their coffee for the morning. So-and-so just posted they're walking their dog. So-and-so just posted that they arrived at work. So-and-so just posted a Kanye West meme. So-and-so just, it's like, we don't really need to consume all of that. It's unnecessary. You can do like, and this is just what's worked for me. I have an ebook. Once I just really cut down on all the random idle energy or life force energy that I was just like giving out here, giving out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like little drips and we don't even realize it. So what I want to challenge you on is, and this is what's worked for me, when I put it into a time block of like, okay, I will give myself 10 minutes in the morning to look at people's stories and keep up, and oh wow, someone just announced that they're having a baby, or did it, you know, keep up. And then I don't need to look at it until the evening at 6:30 at night. Okay, I'm already done with my day. I've already studied. I've already done my work, my personal work. You know, I've already got my workout in. Like, I'm going to go right now. Right? And then, so it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, day's winding down. Okay, here's 10, 15 minutes to, okay, what's gone on? What else has gone on? The people, like, we don't have to keep up with everything. Unless, like, the most important people in your life probably have your personal phone number. And if it's an emergency, I'm sure they'll give you a phone call or give you, hopefully if it's an emergency, they're calling you. But they have direct access to you. So all the other hundreds of people that are liking and like poking you on Facebook, and like, we don't need to keep up with that stuff. Okay? We don't need to keep up with that stuff. So I posted it on a platform called PayHip, and I'm actually posting my book also on Kindle, Amazon this week. So it's 2 different formats. So the format that I use, I wanted it to be really cute and like fun looking, but sadly Kindle doesn't fit the format that I use. So I actually have to put the book now into a Kindle format. So yeah, so that's again, like that's something, okay, perfect example. And then I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'll give number 3 tomorrow. I'll dig into number 3 tomorrow if you want to tap in with me tomorrow on my live. But like that piece of information, I wouldn't have known that if I just kept scrolling on the shade room all day. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not, like, I still do it. I still tap in, you know, with things here and there, right? It's fun. We're like, it's social. Like, this is we're in the time of information, digital, AI. It is what it is, but it's like, it doesn't need to be my attention all day. It's kind of like back in the day when people would just like read the newspaper in the morning and then they were just done with it. They didn't like keep going back to the newspaper all throughout the day and keep looking at it. It's just like they consumed their information. They got up to date with what was going on in the city, and they put it down, and all their life force energy went into their focus, their family. So instead of scrolling on Instagram, I would actually watch people that have created ebooks, right? I would watch, like, I would piece together all this, like, how do I create an ebook? Like, It seems easy. People say it's easy, but like, I need to figure this out. So I would actually spend that time listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts on how to get your own ebook. So that's how I knew, oh wow, I need to have two different formats. Right? Like I didn't waste my time. Like people think, oh, well, I don't have time. Well, you actually do. It's just your time has been like, it's been taken away in 3-minute, 5-minute increments all throughout the day. So our focus is just like, we're not really like, we're transitioning on how to figure out how to navigate. And I'm older millennial. So I come from the time period where we did not have this. And I remember being able to hammer out so many other tasks. Like I used to be, okay, I was in college, I had 2 jobs, and I was on 2 different dance teams. Like, and I had a social life. So we had MySpace. So I'm not going to even go into, I know people have heard about it. I'm not going to go into detail, but I was able to, and I got straight A's. So like I was doing so many other things. It's called PayHip. I was doing so many things, and it's because I didn't have all of this like life force energy. My energy wasn't being divided. Okay. Let me just see what you guys are saying really quick. I'm a professor. I teach graduate students. I have earned doctorate. What possibilities are next? What did you earn your doctorate in? Journal it out. Right? Like if you're a professor, I teach, and I have earned my, what do you feel in your heart? If you were able to achieve getting a doctorate, you could definitely figure out what's best for you. What's the next best move for you? And that's another thing. You got to sit with yourself. A lot of us don't just sit with ourselves, journal out, maybe just sit for a second and just like stare at the sky and just think for a second. Like, remember back in the day when, I walked to school, and like in high school, I walked to school, and like, I didn't have a cell phone to like scroll through. I had a cell phone, but it was just like literally just text message, phone call, Snake, the game Snake. That was it. So like I wasn't scrolling all day. So I would just sit, think about school for the day, think about my project that I got to get done, think about the college that I want to go to, think about like I had time to like put my life force energy into something that would serve me. Now our time is just very divided. So that's basically the point of this video. Stay tuned for number 3 tomorrow. Again, tap into right energy. If you go to my Instagram at cianasingh, it's the same profile name here. If you go to Instagram and click in the link